My name is James Fotheringham. I'm one of the co-authors in the Summary Hospital Mortality Index measure, and today I was invited to come and speak to the Quest group about that measure and issues with hospital mortality indicators. Today I talked about how these measures are derived, how they fundamentally differ, and how subtle differences in how we code patients can alter these measures. I think that the NHS Quest group are engaged with these measures and recognise the importance in how they are high-level indicators for identifying excess mortality in their trusts. And in addition to using the headline statistic that measures like HSMR and SHIMI give you, the Quest organisation recognises that looking at individual reasons for admission are extremely important in understanding where hospital mortality is going wrong in your trust. The NHS Quest group believe that consistent coding is important, and exploring how agreements across the group on how to measure, how to code admissions might lead to more consistent coding nationally, and I'd support them in that endeavour.
The big room is a place where we meet weekly on Mondays between 12:30 and 1:30, and it's a place where multidisciplinary teams across the whole of health and social care can come together. They can discuss common issues, agree causes, look for tests of change, and we manage those tests of change. We've been running it now for over 2 years, and the work that's come out of it has influenced the startup of the frailty unit, and is now starting to influence work around discharge and to assess, which has reduced the length of stay on the test ward, the excess length of stay from 6 days to half a day. One of the things that we do is often host visits, and of course this one today is members of the Quest teams coming to see us. What we try to do though is to let them know that it's not a solution. They can't take what we've done and apply it as a solution. What they can do is take the philosophy of how we approached it and take that back and work out the solutions that will work within their organisations.
In March 2010 we introduced the Safer Surgery Checklist to Sheffield teaching hospitals, and from then on we've seen a 50% reduction in surgical errors, and that's been sustained for 3 years. But within those times we've still had events happening, and we still have a series of never events. What I presented today was those are never events in context. They are actually, theatre never events are extremely rare. We have had 11 in 3 years. We get about 3 a year, which equates to about 1 in every 14,000 operations, or 24 per million bed days. I think the focus we've had over the last 3 years is to try and reduce our error rates further, looking at how to do error rates in general, and particularly focusing on the never events. 2 never events are associated with surgery. One is incorrect operational site or procedure, and the other one is retained swabs and instruments. With the Safer Surgery Checklist, you can is designed to eliminate incorrect procedures, and we haven't had an incorrect procedure or site since March 2010. We've eliminated that never event, but since 2006 we've made no impact on the retained swabs and instruments. Our recent focus has been to reinvigorate some aspects of the Safer Surgery Checklist, to introduce a team debrief for the first time, and also to look at some of our policies and practices which underpin the Safer Surgery Checklist, particularly the policies and practices around retained swabs and instruments. I think the peer site visits for us are very important, because today we've been able to share with the Quest community our learning, what we've learned from looking at never events and error rates in general. We have an action plan, we have things in place that we think we might be doing things correctly, but we want also to share that with the Quest community with maybe things that we haven't thought of, and it's that collaborative and shared learning which is very important. I'm being very open and honest about where we are as a trust.